Hi everyone, so today I will be unboxing Junkei from 2PM's long-awaited solo release from Japan. This is not a song, and I will be unboxing all versions. So I have the Fan Club LP-sized CD version, as well as the box set containing the two other jewel case versions. And this is a very long-awaited release because it was announced last year, and unfortunately due to what was happening in the world, they decided to postpone this for a year. So we've had the digital single release of This Is Not a Song, the title track, and now we have the full complete album. So without further ado, I will get right into this. So I'm going to start with the jewel case versions, and this is the Sony Music Shop box set. So if you bought both the limited CD DVD version as well as the regular CD version, they house it in this little slipcase cover, like all the other 2PM solo releases. There were a few other special shop bonuses or pre-order bonuses. The standard pre-order bonus is a clear file. So let me zoom out a bit. And so this is just the ELF folder that a lot of artists typically do as bonus releases. So this is what his looks like for this release. And Amazon Japan also had a special bonus where you get a mega jacket size card of the album art. So that is what, so this is the mega jacket if you ordered the limited CD DVD version, and the mega jacket for the regular edition. Now for the CD, let's open up the regular edition first. So I really like the purple here and all the different colors, and we get 5 tracks. Moonlight, This Is Not a Song, Magritte in My Room, Hide and Seek, and the instrumental to This Is Not a Song. And this is what the CD looks like. It's a very pretty purple, kind of celestial kind of moon going on. And the OB strip. And for the photo book, this is the thinnest photo book, which is usually typical for the regular edition. So we have, again, the track list for this particular version and the lyrics to all the songs. And he also wrote his thanks to in English this time, with a little Japanese message there. And then we have all the song credits here, as well as the production credits, and Junkei once again produced his own solo album. And he mentioned that all the songs that were part of this album were ones that he was working on while he was enlisted. And also during his promotions for this in Japan, he said in some interviews what the meaning behind all the year dates for some of these songs were, which was interesting. I'll get into that when we look into the limited CD DVD version, because this has a longer track list. So here we have the same 4 songs as the previous version, but we also have River Flows and In the Car. And briefly, I guess I will summarize what all the different year dates mean. So Moonlight, with the year 2003, he said that this was when he was in middle school and sort of the year he decided he wanted to become a musician. And This Is Not a Song, 1929. This is inspired by Magritte's famous painting, This Is Not a Pipe, which was dated 1929. And this whole album is very heavily inspired by Rene Magritte's work. I haven't really mentioned this, but I am a pretty big art history buff. I minored in art history in college. So his music video for This Is Not a Song and some of the album art we'll be seeing in the other versions are very heavily inspired by Magritte's paintings. And it was pretty cool to see that and notice all those details. And number 3 here, Magritte in My Room, 2013. This is the year that I think he started to notice more of Magritte's work, and it really helped him calm down and unwind. So he cites two different works in here that were some of his favorites that really influenced him. And then we have track 4, Hide and Seek, 1995. So this was a song he wrote when he was a child. And so this is kind of similar to Slip and Slide in that it's kind of interesting how all these so-called childlike friendly lyrics could be interpreted in a different way. But anyway, we have River Flows, 1971, which is the only one he didn't want to reveal what that year signified. He said he won't tell anyone until he's like 90. And last but not least is In the Car, 1981, and this is heavily influenced by city pop. And Minjun said that most of his favorite city pop songs were written in 1981. And so on the DVD, we just have the Jacket Shoot Making DVD. And let's look inside. We have the movie strip. And we have the CD here, which is a nice kind of celestial light blue to match the cover of this version. And then we have sort of a more minimalistic DVD there. Now for this photo book, you can have all the inclusions on the discs here and more symbolism with the moon, lyrics, and this being the limited version, there are more photos, which are appreciated. And this whole album has a very dreamy quality, which I really love. And it's a very easy to listen to album. I think Magritte in My Room, 2013, is probably my favorite song. But I really love the title track. This is not a song as well. But I've been listening to that since last year, both the Korean and the Japanese version. So it's nice to have some new songs. And then we have the thanks to again, all in English with another Japanese message there. And all the production credits and all the song credits. And for photo cards, only the jewel case versions came with photo cards. And so these particular two had these two cards. And I actually made a photo card template, which I'll link down in the description if you would like to look at that. So there were 6 different photo cards this time, and they're the same size as the ticket cards that you usually see in 2PM's albums. Here are the backs. But because Minjun can't really go to Japan, there's not a high-touch event, so that's why they went with just these photo card style tickets this time around, not tied to any event. Instead, there are serial codes that are included in the jewel case versions with a code that you can enter online. Unfortunately, you need a Japanese address and phone number to participate. So if you had a forwarding service, you could probably apply. But you have to do a photo kind of verification of your information. So if you provide a passport and it has a different mailing address, I'm not really sure if they would allow you to participate. Some of these rules are kind of weird. But anyway, I really do like these cards, and I'll share down below what the other 4 look like. And they're also Tower postcards. There was an event at Tower Records in Shibuya where there was a lottery for winning one of 6 different postcards, and they were limited to 600 total. So I've been having trouble trying to get those on the Japanese sites, but they're very pretty. And last but not least is the fan club version. So they made this pretty difficult if you didn't pre-order before the album post moment to get a hold of. I had a friend who helped order these directly from the Sony Music shop for me and a few other people. But there are fans who are reselling multiple copies of this LP size version on Mercari Japan if you're looking to get a hold of one. And they're not superly overpriced like the No Time Fanclub editions were. But I'm really happy with this trend of everyone getting these LP sized solo versions now. And I do like the details in this one that sets it apart from everyone else's LP size edition. So this is the back. And the other cool thing about this version is you still get the 4 songs that are on the regular edition, but the 5th track is the lo-fi remix of This Is Not a Song, 1929. And he did share a bit of this during his V-Live, if you caught that, where he was singing snippets of all these songs, along with songs from 20 Minutes and a few others. But this song sounds so much different than the regular This Is Not a Song. So I definitely recommend listening to that section, at least of the V-Live, so you could see why it's different. I'm going to remove the plastic here. But what's cool about this is that it opens up sort of like the Gentleman's Game LP edition. And we have 3 booklets inside here, and the front cover is also a booklet, as you can see here. So I'm just going to slide that out and share what these booklets look like in a bit. And then the CD is tucked away inside here, which is sort of a black moon with those tracks in here, and this is kind of tricky to stick in here. There you go. And this is what the spine looks like. Let's start with the Moonlight photo book. So each photo book is dedicated to one of the songs on the Fanclub edition. And we have this very matte paper, so it has that sort of textured quality to it, which I think works pretty well here, especially with all the really nice imagery. And we have the lyrics to Moonlight here. And You Are My Moonlight, with this sort of rainbowy back. And next we have this booklet, which is Greet in My Room, which a lot of this imagery, if you've seen a lot of Rene Magritte's paintings, it borrows from that. So you could see just a lot of the inspiration to that, which I think is pretty cool. And Forever Love. And the same rainbow back. Then this is the Hide and Seek booklet, which I'm really happy they released a music video for this. It was unexpected, but all this sort of imagery was kind of fun. The lyrics. And Thank You for Waiting. And lastly, we have the front cover booklet for This Is Not a Song. Sort of, again, very nicely designed collage-like format. And we have this whole thanks to here with This Is My Heart. And all the production and song credits, and the back. And that concludes my unboxing for Minjun's 5th Japanese solo album, This Is Not a Song. Again, I love this album. I've had it on repeat, and it's a very easy to listen to sort of album. I really like all the dreamlike kind of imagery that we see both in the photo books and as well as what comes across in the lyrics. You can kind of tell that his time spent in the military was a very reflective time for him. That has just allowed him to just continue growing as a artist. And he keeps teasing us that he's working on TPM's upcoming release, and we're gonna have Junho back tomorrow actually, which is pretty surreal. It's been so long since we've had an OT6 come back, and just all the hype and anticipation just makes me very excited to see what they decide to do and what direction they want to go with. I'm really looking forward to whatever songs Minjun writes and composes for their new album, and really curious what all the other members will contribute as well, since they're all songwriters themselves. I'm sure they have a lot of pressure, especially with the success My House has had this past year. But I'm sure whatever they decide to go with should be really good. They don't really make missteps when it comes to their music, in my opinion. So I'm sure they'll know what's best to start this new chapter. And I'm just so excited that the day's almost here. But that's it for this unboxing. Let me know what your favorite song was from this album if you listened to it yet. It is available on Spotify, so I'll put a link down in the description if you haven't listened to it all yet. And I am working on Minjun's new compilation video, ranking my favorite songs from him, including all the new songs that we got on this album. So look forward to that, and a few other videos I have planned. Bye for now.